everyone, Chocolo here for another video review, this time of the Bahlsen Messino Pink Gin and Tonic Special Edition. I guess the sponge cake review, yes. It says soft sponge cakes with a splash of pink gin and tonic flavoured filling encased in dark chocolate. Yeah, it's not very interesting those, don't you? You can see that sort of, oh, that blob is there. What does it say? Pink gin and tonic flavour. Okay, chocolate, dark. Or dark chocolate. And that's the roundy circly thing there. Yeah, and I think, if that's an actual size, I'm not sure, but it looks very interesting. Yeah, it looks very interesting. These are new as far as I know. You can see there's like another example. I think it's directly on the other side actually, so that's quite nice the way they've done that. Because it's 5 PM somewhere. It reminds me of a song my dad used to like, 5 o'clock somewhere by, I can't remember who it was now, 2 country singers, but anyway. Honest to God. Right, it's 400 grams, 407 calories, 15 grams of fat, 8.6 of which are saturates. Yeah, so that's, well, these are cakes, I guess, so it's a lot less than the 500 to 550 that chocolate bars generally have. Per 35 gram, approx 3 pieces, 142 calories, 5.3 grams of fat, 3 of which are saturates. So I guess they're roughly, well, 45, yeah, 45, 9, 235, 47 maybe calories each, roughly. Yeah, I suppose I might do a caption for that. But yeah, looks interesting. Got lots of nice little blurb on the side and stuff like this. Looks very interesting. What does it say? Without addition of colourings and preservatives, with love, dedication and wheat flour from trusted farmers. There we go. Another picture of it there. The future's made by all of us. See our cocoa sourcing work here, Bahlsen.com. A proud family business since 1889. Yeah, there we go. By date. Nothing on that one. It says TET for some reason there. I don't know what that means, but it's there. Bit of a swirly swish. UFO and a snake, maybe? Not sure. Yeah, so interesting. Yeah, it says TET again there. So it must mean something that, but I don't know what it is. I don't know. Yeah, oh, there we go. It says there. The TET sign shows hieroglyphs of a rising sun and a snake. Well, I thought it was a UFO, but no. Herman Bahlsen discovered it in Egypt. The thought is everlasting. That was his goal, to build something that endures. 4 generations later, it is still our goal. Okay. So, yeah, all right. I'm sure the Ankh is the Egyptian sign of sort of forever or everlasting, but I'm no expert. But yeah, interesting one. Not too, yeah, I don't know. It sounds an ambitious goal for a biscuit company, but nonetheless, it's better than nothing. And we've got there soft cake with a gin and tonic flavoured fruit filling, 53%, and dark chocolate, 19%. That means there's still, what's it, 28% missing. Don't know what the rest of it is. I guess cake. It may contain hazelnuts. Store in a cool, dry place, away from heat, best before seaside. DDMMY. Gin 1.1%, so it does have gin in it. Palm oil in it as well, you can see that. Juice concentrate, raspberry juice concentrate, 0.6%. So it does have gin in it. Does it say anyway? It says contains alcohol. Pack contains 4 portions. Doesn't specifically say. Sometimes they usually say contains alcohol. It's easy to miss, really. I've just did a review not long ago with some alcoholic chocolates and missed it, but clearly it does say gin on it. I'm sure it's not gin flavour. Flavourings alcohol. We like things that are timeless, like a refreshing gin and tonic. That's why we've immortalised the G&T in our Messino biscuit. Okay. Yeah, just noticed actually. I'm just interrupting my own review just because I noticed it calls it a Messino biscuit there in the bottom right. But it says it's a sponge cake on the front. Soft sponge cake. So yeah, make of that what you will. Is it a biscuit? Is it a cake? That's the ever old question with Jaffa cakes, whether they're a cake or not. And well, Bahlsen have got around it by referring to it as both, or at least in their version of it, at least. So interesting one. Anyway, just thought I'd mention that. Okay, back to where I interrupted myself. Awesome design. So going on about this everlasting thing quite a lot, and it's a bit of a straight. Don't know, yeah, but there we go. Guy's become a mystic, maybe that Mr. Bahlsen. Herman Bahlsen, yeah. Although it won't just be him anymore. I think he died a long time ago. By the sounds of it, if it was established in 1889 or whatever it was. Was 1889? Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Looks interesting. But I guess the Messino is their sort of biscuit that they normally do. You can see this nice sort of effect on it here as well. Some spot UV or whatever you call it. It's embossed this as well. It's free. You can feel it. That biscuit as well. Can't on the back, but on the front you can. Interesting. Yeah. Alright, well, I think we should give them an open, so let's see what they'll like. Let's give them an open. Okay, let's get these Bahlsen Messino Pink Gin and Tonic Special Edition cakes, I guess you'd say, sponge cakes, and open. Yeah, not very interesting. That's that pink splodge there as well. Emboss cake picture there. The shine on it as well, that's not bad. You can see the shine on the ridges of the chocolate. Bit of a 3D thing there with some texture. Alright, let's give it an open then. Yeah, so time recording, I've done about 830 reviews, believe it or not, maybe even more actually, maybe more towards 840. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. I'm sorry to call up a link to a place for all my other reviews. Yeah, go watch those after you watch this. Hopefully enjoy them as well. Okay, yes, you can see what they look like there, so lots of them in here. Let's give this tray an open. Okay. Presumably this is what they normally are. But these ones are flavoured with gin and tonic. So you can buy these normally. I don't think I've ever had them before though. So there's a yeah, very much a sort of well, not sure what smell you'd say. Presumably gin and tonic, but it's quite a fresh smell. How many's in there? 6. There's 11 in here. What does it say? 4 portions, 3 pieces. So 3, 6, 9. So it says approx 4 portions, but we have been conned a bit slightly out of one here. 6. Yeah, so you know we probably should really have 12, but there's only 11, so that's a shame. All right, let's have a look. So is this real size? I think it probably is, but that's a very accurate representation of it as well. You know, it's obviously, this is a bit more matte. Nonetheless, I think that's a pretty good representation there for sure. It catches the light just right, you could argue. It's a bit lighter on this picture here, but it's meant to be dark chocolate, so yeah. Notice on the back as well. It's pretty much perfect. Actually slightly bigger in hand. I'm pleased with that. I think that's really nice. Yeah. On the side, it would be nice if it was at the side, maybe a bit better, but nonetheless, again, I'd still say that was pretty accurate to a side-on view of it. Obviously, taking the piece off. Yeah. I'm going to go at the other side as well. It's upside down the other side though, but there we are. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's give these a bit of a measure then before I forget. So let's see. The height of them, I guess you'd say. 5.7 centimeters, 5.8, 5.75, and the width. About 3.6 centimeters, 3.61. And then let's see the height, or however you'd say it. I don't really know what you describe these measurements particularly as, but I'm sure you can get on to go talking about. And the height or whatever this is, I'm not sure. Well, you know what you describe it as, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. 6.3 millimeters. There we go. All right, so let's give it a bit of a snap then. So it does snap quite well. A bit more of like a Jaffa Cake style look to it. I think you would definitely say actually these are very similar to Jaffa Cakes. I've not really picked up on it before, but they have that same feel at the bottom. They look the same. They are pretty much a Jaffa Cake actually, and even, you know, and even the it's interesting that. You can see there. You can't really see the sort of like on here. You can see the pink to it because the dark chocolate's in the way. Like Jaffa Cakes, you can't see the colour. We've removed some of the chocolate from it. You might be able to make out the colour a bit better. There we go. Yeah, so you can see there. There you are. So it is looking a bit more pink now when it catches the light just right. Still not great from that side, but there you can see it. Not quite as pink as there. I think just purely because the biscuit underneath is orange, but definitely a colour. You can definitely see there's a pink tint to it, but yeah, I think it's almost impossible to get it to look like that based on the thickness of the actual jelly itself. But yeah, it's definitely like a Jaffa Cake. This really, yeah, it's a soft cake with gin and tonic flavour filling. Yeah. Right, so it's interesting that. So it's, as I say, it's basically a Jaffa Cake. But does it taste like one? Well, let's find out. But it definitely has the same. It definitely has the same. So not only does it look like a Jaffa Cake at the bottom, and the way the sponge is and quite hard at the bottom, and then sort of more baked looking and then sort of light in the middle. But it has the jelly as well, so and even has the same dark chocolate on the top, crackly dark chocolate. Yeah, as I say, that jelly filling as well. But yeah, does it taste like Jaffa Cakes though? I think we should find out. So let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Okay, let's give these Bahlsen Messino pink gin and tonic flavour cakes a taste. Essentially, so their take on Jaffa Cakes, really, to be honest with you. Yeah, you can even see these sort of got the look to at the bottom, and when you open them, sort of the same, not quite as thick jelly middle, but very similar. And obviously the sponge is light on the inside, and it's got that dark chocolate, crackly chocolate top as well. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Okay, well, we should find out what they taste like. They smell very nice. There's fresh smell coming from them. Not sure if that's what gin and tonic smells like, but interesting. All right, let's give them a taste. Let's do it. Definitely have a taste of Jaffa Cake for sure. Yeah. Bit of a tart tasting jelly for sure. It does have a bit of an alcoholic taste. Yeah, I think this, yeah, based on memory as well. Not a massive alcohol person, but this does replicate gin and tonic quite well, I'd say. Not really for me, these, basically. I'm not a big alcohol person at all. These do have a relatively strong alcohol taste to them. Got some tarty taste, it's got that sort of, yeah, gin and tonic taste, basically, which I've never really been a fan of, to be honest with you. It's not really my thing. But if you imagine a Jaffa Cake, gin and tonic flavoured Jaffa Cake, imagine that. That's what you've got. Yeah, so the rest of it tastes pretty similar to a Jaffa Cake. The jelly's not quite as thick, but it's got that sort of sponge, that distinct sponge through that chocolate topper as well. Chocolate's cracky like a Jaffa Cake. Yeah. I think if you like gin and tonic and you like Jaffa Cakes, then these are worth a try. I think for me though, it's not for me. This it's just too alcohol tasting for me. I'm not really a big alcohol fan. Did recently review the sort of boozy truffles from Aldi, the sort of Mosa Roth boozy truffles, which didn't really taste anything like alcohol at all. But did have the fruity flavours and things, which were really good. But this one, yeah, is very distinctly alcohol tasting. Yeah. So it's just not really for me. But nonetheless, I can appreciate it. I mean, the gist of it is, if you're a massive fan of, as I say, Jaffa Cakes, and you like gin and tonics, then I think this is basically what you're after. You could probably say it's a 4.5 or 5 out of 5, but for me, it's not really something I like. It's just I'm just not a fan of that taste. So it's a hard one to rate, to be honest with you. I think I can't really rate it particularly because I say it's just not something that I'm into. So as far as I'm concerned, really, it's a 1.5 out of 5. It's just not really for me. It's just not very tasty. It's not quite disgusting, but it's not very pleasant. It's not something I like. So I think I don't know how to rate it other than that. I think if you're not a fan of alcohol, don't like the alcohol taste, I think that's it. If you just imagine, that's the gist of it. But if you like alcohol, things like this, particularly gin and tonic, and you like Jaffa Cakes, I think this will quite easily be in a 4.5 out of 5 for you. If you don't like Jaffa Cakes, though, it's hard to say for sure whether you like this one, based on the fact it's got gin and tonic flavour into it, and gin and tonic in it, presumably, or gin at least. Yeah, I don't know. Hard one to say. Jaffa Cakes, I don't know, not really. I don't say you can not really like Jaffa Cakes. It tends to just all be down to the sort of flavour that's in it, really. And as I say, in this one, it's not really for me. So I think, if you like gin and tonic, you will like these. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm just going to say 1.5 out of 5. But as I say, bump that up by 3 stars if you're an alcohol fan. Yeah, particularly gin and tonic. If you don't like Jaffa Cakes, I don't think there's many people out there, but you probably would say this is a 2 or maybe 2.5, at most a 3. But that's what I'm assuming. Hard for me to tell. So it's a difficult one for me to review this one. But based, as I say, if you like alcohol, things like this, as I say, it's probably, and you like Jaffa Cakes, probably 4.5 at least. But if you don't like Jaffa Cakes, you like alcohol, it's probably 2.5 to a 3. And if you like me, where you don't like alcohol, I mean that's really the most prominent taste to this. I say it's not really the Jaffa Cake that's, you know, as I say, just the nice Jaffa Cake's pretty nice as a, you know, really. I like Jaffa Cakes. Nothing great on their own. It's the flavour that does it really. But yeah, this one it's 1.5 out of 5. So yeah, you know, it's one of those. I'm not the person this is aimed for. There we go. But yeah, if you see these biscuits, which I presume are called Messino biscuits, yeah, they're just basically Jaffa Cakes. So bear that in mind and look out for them if you like Jaffa Cakes. So yeah, interesting. I didn't know that. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Follow Twitter and Instagram, check out YouTube member program, go to support the channel, really is. Yeah, check out the Discord server as well, link for that's in the description, as is the member program link as well. Like my video, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment or free. Have a great day, I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya. Bye.